People who are always late, why don't you just leave earlier?
I had a guy that used to work for me that always showed up 30 minutes late, at 8:30 instead of 8 o'clock. I told him fine, your shift officially starts at 8:30 from here on, hoping he'd be on time and I wouldn't have to write him up. He then proceeded to show up at 9 o'clock every day.
Me, okay, I've got the car packed up and the dogs have been outside, so if we leave right now we should be on time for this previously scheduled event that we've known about for weeks. My husband, okay cool, I just have to hop in the shower.
I'm very punctual. My wife is chronically late. She constantly underestimates how long it will take her to get things ready to go, so we're always rushing to get out the door to be places on time. I've taken to telling her we need to be wherever we're going 15 minutes earlier than necessary.
Had a friend in college that was always late. His name was George, so we started telling him meeting times an hour earlier than everyone else and called it GMT, George Mean Time. He was so angry when he found out.
I used to have bad social anxiety. It's a lot better now, but at social gatherings I wanted to make sure I wasn't the first or second to arrive, so I didn't have to make an awkward one-on-one conversation, so I arrived a few minutes late always so I could guarantee there'd already be people there.
I used to wake up at 7:35, need to be out the door at 7:50, not wasting a minute of sleep.
I FKN hate people on drug dealer time. 20 minutes my ass.
I have IBS, it's especially bad in the mornings when I need to be in. Because I don't actually want to go.
I used to be late all time, because as someone said, I totally underestimate the required time to get ready. One day, I realized that the stress due to my lack of organization was purely my fault and that I was wasting other people's time. Now, I'm almost always on time. Stress relief and more reliable. How did I do? I note everything in my phone calendar, with alerts before events. I don't have to remind anything, phone alert when I need to get ready, with a note if I need to take documents, or whatever, then another alert when I need to leave. It might sound like a heavy process, but it is so comfortable. I just need to trust my old self.
My ex-wife was late for everything, and I mean every event. Every time. This includes work, appointments, church, flights, etc. She was consistent. It isn't the only reason we divorced, but I'll tell you it was a constant irritation. After a while, I gave up saying anything or trying to induce any promptness, however it was a source of conflict. If I was upset about it, I should settle down, and if I actually said nothing, I'd literally given up. She'd accuse me of being passive-aggressive. At this point I swear she did it specifically to create tension. For me today, it's a deal breaker, as I'll just know I'll become disenchanted soon enough. Never going to volunteer for that again.
One of the biggest things in my opinion is they don't account for all the many steps a certain task takes. For example, they'll think having breakfast will only take me 10 minutes because they are only thinking about the act of eating the cereal. However, they do not account for needing to go to the kitchen, getting everything ready, putting milk back in the fridge, etc. That's plus 5 minutes. So if they have 5 steps to get ready and each step has a hidden plus 5 minutes, suddenly they're almost a half hour behind. Edit. Hi, 5 minutes was a random number and is not meant to be an accurate estimation of cereal bowl preparation.
I don't know how it is for other people, but I consistently underestimate the amount of time it will take to get ready, get somewhere, etc. I think, oh, I just need to get dressed and brush my teeth. Then I can go. It'll take me 5 minutes. So I can wait to do that until 5 minutes before I have to leave. But then it takes 7 minutes. Plus the time it takes me to put on my coat and grab breakfast as I'm walking out the door. And bam, I'm late. I used to be late a lot. The reason is not that I was trying to be late, but that it felt pointless to be early, so I always tried to arrive exactly on time. And inevitably things would happen. In my experience, the only way not to be late is to try to be early. I have the twin blessings of anxiety and IBS. So I'll be ready hours beforehand. Pace the house till it's nearly time to go. Then have to deal with the IBS in the last 15 minutes. If someone else in the group has a minor delay that takes me past the predetermined time to leave, I will then have another IBS session which will make us late. Fortunately, this is an infrequent occurrence. So usually I'll be there on time, riddled with anxiety and wanting to leave the moment I arrive.
Executive dysfunction.
My wife. I have to lie and tell her that we're leaving 30 minutes before we actually have to in order to even have a chance of being on time. And even then it's a real challenge. Procrastination and social anxiety. Also, I sleep super deep, which is good because I don't wake up at night, but bad because I cannot wake up at the morning no matter what. If I have to wake up before 9 a.m. for something, I'm gonna be late for sure.
Mine's the opposite. I'm always somewhat early, never late.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.